Hello everybody, how is everybody feeling after the... I'm quite gobsmacked really. I've been following this since August, and I think what it was is that I wanted to look into things for a start. Like one of the videos I put out on this channel was about death row, because it just seemed that there's some innocent people there. But it started me off looking into crimes and stuff like that, and then came this case. I just a bit mind-boggled that it was Shanann arriving home, which they could have given us months ago, although I understand that maybe the family wanted to keep that to themselves for a bit, but they could have done, as they gave us so much. They sort of gave us covering up him taking the bodies out or whatever he did on that night, and yeah, they didn't want to show us Shanann, which showed the time and everything. Now we've got another 7th of March coming up, which we will all be sitting holding our seats to see, is he going to tell the truth? Will we know if he's telling the truth? Is he going to blame someone else? Is he going to blame himself? Is he going to blame those patches? I mean, I have wondered, those Thrive patches, whether they just didn't help the situation after all. Is he going to tell us the truth about how he killed everybody?
She only has one vehicle? Okay, that's what I'm asking. There's another.
Yeah, I'm just showing you this little bit here because I did see, well, that's what they look like to me on front of Shanann's house, is that there's a camera pointing into the garden, if everybody can see. It looks like a camera to me. Maybe it's a plant holder,
Okay,
but it looks like a camera on the front garden. Looks like they did have the outside camera. What do you reckon? The back door of the vent looks just like the front door one, so that one's obviously got a camera on it. And the garage, do you see? The garage doors there? Now, that one on the other side is much smaller than the one on this side. So there's no way he could have got his truck into the garage, because he wouldn't have got it through that door. He had a truck about the same size as that car. So how you can see that that car won't fit through that door. My feeling is that he put the truck where he did, like that, because in his mind he knew about the neighbour's camera, haha. But he thought that the truck would cover all that up and that no one would notice him on the other side of the truck doing whatever he had to do. Of course it didn't work out. So he didn't really back it into the garage, did he? He couldn't have done, because he can't get in there. So he just backed it up to the door, the shutter door, just hoping that he wouldn't be noticed, but of course he was. And in some senses, it is a little hard to think that he did this all on his own in such a short period of time, because I obviously put other videos out. So it's all happened within minutes, an hour. He's driving away. It just that just doesn't fit right. But the footages that I did, the 1 to 9 on the drive, it's been so manipulated, I couldn't even tell you what's happening on there. There's just so much in there, so many bits put on top of each other, frames left in. No, I see alterations. I see a photo of someone else in there. I see layers and layers. I see 3 Chris Watts where they've stuffed it together. I don't understand why they didn't just blur that video so that we couldn't really see anything, except we knew that as that blur goes across the screen, that's all we probably had to see No, they give us this mishmash of something which someone's put together in very bad taste. Wanting it to look like a woman, wanting it to look like this, like a Spider-Man without a face in there, to have a huge great Chris Watts, a small great. I understand they were splicing it together, but really? Instead of completely blurring it, they spliced it all together and left bits of the original film in there, and then tried to cover it up so we thought it was a red can and things like that. Most bizarre, very bad taste, that video. I know it's on the channel, and I know I've put videos out, but we're into the truth, aren't we? I wanted to show that that video is in very bad taste. Wouldn't it have been better to have left all those bits of video? Anyway, if you understand what I mean, the dry video cannot be trusted. There's something wrong with that. And I do believe that he stuck the truck like that because he thought it would be cutting everything out and no one would notice it. He left at about 5:45 in the morning. Twilight. It still wasn't quite daylight, and that matches in from the video footage to the time he said he left. Plus it'll be on the car that he was driving, the GPS thing on the truck. And my feelings are, maybe something else is going to happen. For those that have played that drive footage backwards and forwards, they know that it kind of looks like there could be people there. It's just what it looks like. There could be people there. The way they've put this together, you can almost see a body being lifted by two people. You think, oh, was that my mind playing games with me? Because don't forget, they've cut most of it out, but they've left certain frames in there. And so you run it backwards and forwards. You can kind of see it, which I was trying to show you, even though it was a bit blurry because I had to zoom in. But we know that he turned the Wi-Fi off. So, do you think... I mean, actually... Well, he's obviously given a bit more information. How often do you hear things like this? You already know that he's never going to get out of prison. So what could this be? Is there going to be some big announcement on the 7th? More than we think? I know we're going to have to wait. But I just wanted to show this as well. You can see that he wouldn't have got the truck in there. So, timing thing's all a bit weird. Maybe he's just going to explain the timing a bit more. Maybe explain the sequence. I mean, he's never going to get out of prison, is he? So it probably doesn't make much difference what he says. But you never know. They might have told us it one way. I know something completely different happened. We can't live on this case forever. I was thinking of moving on, and every time I think of moving on, another piece of this case or another bit of information is released. I've never seen a case quite like this before myself. Is it tragic and sad for whoever is left? Imagine how much money this cost. Case, the amount of police work, we had to get the bodies out, just all of it. You know, he hadn't thought about, he hadn't thought about the future like that. Thinking of him and the now and the, he hadn't even thought that far ahead. I've never looked into a case as much as I've looked into this one. Anyway, I've gone on long enough now, and we're on countdown now to find out what Chris Watts says next week, or what it's all about.